Hello, beautiful people of God. I am so excited and so elated to come and talk with you today. And as you're watching me, wherever you're watching me, I salute you in the name of Yeshua. I know that you are blessed. I know that you are exceedingly, blessed. And I know that all the greatness of Yeshua is over your lives. And I bring you today this wonderful word that has been, it's been on my mind. One of the things that I pride myself, I would never preach or teach anything that I have not lived through, that I have not experienced. So basically, my life surrounds a whole lot of testimonies and personal experiences. Today, I will be talking about something so wonderful. Intentionally live your life. I have been on the journey of intentionality for a very long time because I discovered that you could be a Christian, you could be a Muslim, you could be whatever it is you are, but it is so difficult for us to define our lives. It's so difficult for us to make progress. It is so difficult for us to just move from one place to another place. We are often held back in too much, delay. We have a lot of life delay. And I discovered that the antidote to that problem is intentional living. What is intentional living? It means that I will sit down and make a plan and program. I would decide, I will make a decision to sit down and define different areas of my life that I want to see change, that I want to see progress, that I want to see whatever it is I want to see. I need to sit down. Life doesn't just happen out of the blue. It doesn't work like that. One of the things that I've noticed with us Christians is that we are always in a hurry. We are always in a hurry. We want to speak in tongues just right now. When I go to church, right? It's very beautiful. But when you do all that, you have to have a life definition. You have to have goals and purpose. You have to have a vision, something you're anticipating. If you don't have a plan, your life will never have any balance. Live your life intentionally. The book of John 10:10, I love it so much. Why? Because the purpose of Jesus was defined. See what happened right there. The Bible said, Jesus was speaking, he said, the thief comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And then he said, but I have come that they may have life and have it more abundantly. Oh my God. That's one of my favorite scriptures in the Bible. He said, I have come that they may have life and have it more abundantly. Abundant life is in Christ Jesus, yes. But listen to something he said. Two people are coming, the thief and Jesus. Oftentimes we've lived our life in a place where the thief has been governing it. He's taking our time. He's taking our emotions. He's taking over everything. As I speak right now, I feel like the thief is taking over the universe. He's taking over people. He's basically dwelling in the hearts of people. Now, I don't know what is going on. It's so crazy. He comes to steal your time, steal your focus, steal your purpose, steal your happiness, steal your joy, steal your progress. He steals everything that you're dying to achieve. And the truth is, the smallest person that we see like is small have a big plan. They have a big dream. They have a big purpose. There is something they want to achieve. There is something they aspire to have. There is just something that they're looking for to acquire. But there is a problem. And someone's going to tell me, you know what? I've been working, I've been putting energy, I've been putting this, and nothing is happening. And this is what I always tell them. I say, when I go out, I don't wait for nobody to clap for me. I don't wait for nobody to embrace me. I don't wait for nobody to promote me. I don't wait for somebody to accept me. When I go out there, I accept them because I accepted myself before. I embrace them. I clap for them. You know why? Because I clapped for myself already. I clap for myself because I have prepared myself to embrace whatever it is that comes my way. Now listen to me. If you have no plans, if you have no projects, if you have nothing you're working on, nothing will happen to you and your life will be haphazard. And you accomplish nothing. Your life begins the day you sit down and intentionally make plans. What's your vision? What's your dream? Okay, you have this big dream. What's your plan? What's your plan of action? Like, how are you planning to start taking a step? Every little step that you take towards a goal makes it possible. We have many dreams and many visions, and confusion and everything interrupts because we don't have a plan. And then I ask a question. In the course of living intentionally, how disciplined are you towards your visions and your dreams, your goal? How disciplined are you to accomplish these things? Everybody wants to become somebody, but guess what? You only become somebody when you become intentional about your actions. You have to decide the people you spend your time with, the people you listen to. You have to decide about the way you feel. You have to be able to separate your emotions from your profession. A lot of time people tell me I am not emotional. I said, yes. If I was emotional, I would not be here today. I had to make some decisions that would not even please me or favor me to be able to accomplish the things that I accomplish. Emotions is very, very not needed in every aspect in your life. If you want to be a public speaker, what are you doing about it? You want to become a businessman, what is your plan? How many hours do you spend? What can you sacrifice? What are the things you're doing? Jesus defined it. He said again, he said, listen to something that he said. It's so wonderful. It's so wonderful when you listen to him. Here he said, 1 Corinthians 2:9, he said, the plans that I have for you. Listen, he said, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard about it. And that's something. What is the dream? How intentional are you about this plan? He said he's giving you abundant life, but our mindset are limited. Come on. You cannot be talking about abundance and you are dreaming limitation. And then you want to have abundance. It doesn't work. Your mind should be abundance, your words should be abundance, and your presence should be abundance. 3 things categorize success: your words, your mind, and your present. If you speak differently and talk differently, if you talk differently and think differently and appear differently, it will never work. They all have to merge. The idea must be what comes out from your mouth, and your presentation must match what you speak. Am I making sense right there? I think that is very, very important. It's high time we understand that life doesn't happen. There is nothing like good luck. I don't believe in no kind of luck. There is no luck. It doesn't work. I remember when they told me like 10, 20 years ago, oh, you're lucky. And I thought that I was going to have some money because I was lucky, and money didn't come. Success didn't come. Nothing ever actually came. Not even friends came. Because luck doesn't open a door for nobody. Are you getting me? Blessings is in you, but you got to do something. And for you to achieve anything, you have to be intentional. There are too many distractions on our way to success. Too many distractions. You have the internet distractions. Some people just go there, and when they come on there, excuse me, they don't have the time to study. You can actually have degrees there in whatever it is you're looking for. You see, so we have too many distractions everywhere, and then we are struggling to survive. We're struggling to thrive. Listen to me. You only have one struggle to struggle. You only have to struggle to discover the abundance that He's put inside of your life. Your struggle is to look within yourself and do what? And make sure that you exhaust everything that is in you. As I even speak right now, most people don't even know what is in them. You know about everything that is in the world, in your neighborhood, in your family, in people's houses, but you don't know what is inside of you, so you cannot enjoy it. You can only benefit from what you're aware. They are not aware of the potentials. They're not aware of the gift. Some are even aware of the gift, but they are lazy. They don't have time. They're distracted. My God. Oh. So you have one basic struggle. The struggle is a very serious struggle. And the struggle is to do what? Take care of yourself. Sit down and look at your inside self and ask yourself. He said, I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me. But what exactly are the things? If you are not intentional about your life, you're going to miss this thing, because it needs for you to sit down by yourself. And in this context, I will tell you something. Isolation is a necessity. Isolation is a necessity. If you want to discover yourself, you need to be away. You cannot be in a crowd of many voices and make sense. Nobody hears you. Even you can basically not even hear yourself. So for you to make this progress, make this move, and make this change, you have to get out of people. That is one thing that I would talk about being lonely. I am extremely friendly, but not very friendly. Like many people think that they are very close to me, but they're not. I'm very close to myself. And people think that I'm so, obsessed about myself, but that's okay. That's a good obsession. Because there are many things the Bible says I can do all things. But if I don't take out time to sit down and check through within, beyond myself, what exactly am I going to be producing? Nothing. Nothing. So for God to say, He gave His Son that you have abundant life, means that there is something He's put inside of us that we need to figure out. And listen to me. Everything, all things are figurable. They are all figurable. You can figure it out if you can sit down and be intentional. We are in 2021 and the year is actually running out. I can tell you, most people had packed or procrastinated a dream. They have forgotten a dream. They have kept it somewhere. And they are saying that, you know what, when I have money, I'm going to be doing this. But excuse me, that's a wrong statement. Start doing something right now. Oh, I don't have money. I am broke. I don't have nobody. And that's something. I remember Mary, when the angel told Mary, you're going to have Jesus. He said, I know no man. He said, I know no man. Because she was expecting that someone is going to help her out of that. There is a place in your life where you don't know no man. You need no man. You need you. You need you. You know. And if you don't sit in that particular place where you need you and focus on you, you're going to be missing everything. Christ said, I have come that they may have life. Why have you come? And that's what I do in my life. If you want to be my friend, why have you come to my life? Why have you come to my entourage? What are you bringing in? What is your contribution? Are you kidding me? You got to answer this question. Are you adding into my life or subtracting? Are you making me comfortable or making me uncomfortable? Okay, yes, I give you permission to make me uncomfortable under one condition, that you are going my destiny. If it has nothing to do with my destiny, you have nothing to do in my entourage. You got to be intentional about the friends you keep. Time is not waiting for you. As you go to sleep tomorrow, listen to me. 8 a.m. is going to be 8 a.m. Whether you work or you don't work, 8 a.m. respects itself. Time will not respect you, respect itself. So you better start respecting your own self by being intentional. Intentionally live your life. What are the things? What are the people you sit to talk to? And what are the subjects that you talk about? It's so easy for us, especially Cameroon, Africa, we sit and talk about people. Stuff that I will never spend energy on, stuff that, 1, doesn't glorify God, 2, doesn't glorify myself, 3, doesn't make me rich. It have to make me rich one way or the other. Either financially, I must be rich with what the discussion I have with you. It have to benefit me with ideas that will make my business or my whatever I am doing to move further. If having conversation with you doesn't improve any area of my life, you're not needed. Your struggle right now is to find your potentials. It is not 1, it is not 2, it is more. Trust me, I know the God who created you. He said you can do all things, plural. Means that you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can do them. You can have 10 streams of income. You can have 3 different kind of occupation. You can do everything. That's if you're intentional. Success doesn't happen, it's intentional. You intentionally prepare and work towards success. If you don't prepare, it's not going to come. Else, everybody will be wealthy. But I love how God has put it. He said, I gave my son for whosoever believe in him will not perish, but they will have everlasting life. So you got to do what? Be intentional about believing in him, that he can help you out. If you cannot believe in him, then stop it. There is no use. Many people are existing, they are not living. The only day you start living is a day you intentionally work your things out. I remember like 10 years ago, like it should be like 15 years ago, when I decided that I'm not going to have more than 2-3 friends, and I'm not going to let people visit my house every now and then, because I was a party freak and everybody could just come to my house and say, hey, let's go party, hey, let's eat. I'm like, okay, right now, I have a plan from this time to this time, and I see that with a bunch of friends and group meetings and people that I have, I cannot achieve this dream. When I drop all these people, trust me, in the space of 5 years, I was without one friend. Like I had no friend. I was friend zero. Nobody called me, nobody borrowed me money, nobody helped me. As a matter of fact, they laughed at me. But guess what? After 5 years, I kept working in myself. I'm going to teach you on self-investment. I kept working in me. I kept learning. I kept studying. I kept attending conferences that benefit my life. I paid, go to places where I acquire knowledge. I actually invested so much in improving my life. And then later on, see what happened. I wrote a book. Number 1, I opened a business. Number 2, I did a church. And guess what? I am still doing even more and more. Why? Because I discovered that when I had little or no friends, it gave me time to focus on me. And the more I look inside of me, I discovered that I can write, I can sing, I can dance, I can do whatever it is I can do. Why? Because I intentionally, purposefully sat down and I began to write. If you don't have a plan for your life today, you will be a failure. As a matter of fact, you are already a failure for tomorrow. Every day counts. Every day matters as long as you live. Every day is important. Every day is an asset. Don't let it go by without using it. What did you listen that day? And what did you do? What did you write? What did you learn? What is the new thing that came into your life that that can improve some area in you? What is it? Jesus said, I want them to have abundant life. But are they having abundant life? I love how people look for deliverance everywhere. You want to deliver you, how to deliver from your ancestors. The way to get deliverance from your ancestors, their lifestyle, is to be intentional about your own life. You can make the difference. You don't have to look like them. And I love it. People tell me, oh, you don't make people fall on the ground and vomit. You don't need, when you fall on the ground and vomit and have no intentional program, you're going to still be a failure speaking in tongues. We have a generation of speakers of tongues, churchgoers that are going back to heaven, but are going as failures because they have never sat down to invest in themselves. Hence, they are angry at the world. And they say, the world is worldly. The world is not a bad place. The Bible says, for God so loved the world. If God who created the world love it, I love it. So you don't have to be worldly. I'm not yet in heavenly. I'll never go heaven. I'm still on the earth. You know, we are still on the earth. And we don't love it. We hate the people. We hate the climate. We hate everything. Everything disgusts us. But yet we want to make a change. You cannot be like that. We have to be intentional about using every opportunity to benefit us. If it's winter, what am I going to do in winter? I will use winter for my favor. Is it summer? Is it dry season, rainy season, whatever season I am in, I am making profit out of that season. I sit down intentionally, make a plan that benefits. You know, life is like the life of a farmer. And that is why I did a little bit of agriculture. Because I discovered that everything about life is cultivated. Your mind is cultivated. Your success is cultivated. Your family is cultivated. Your business is cultivated. There is nothing. So I think that we should ask the manual for life success from successful farmers. I think that we should visit successful farmers to get an idea how to make things happen, because these people have the capacity to know what works in the dry season. They have the capacity to know what works in the rainy season. They have the capacity to understand how the earth, the ground works in winter, in summer, and in springtime. They know exactly what they should be doing. And guess what? When it's the season, they swap to the season immediately without asking permission. They just go in. If it's the corn time, they start doing corn. If it's not the time for corn, they start doing something else. They understand life. Wow. I am excited about one thing, that I will live this life, enjoy this life, and preach this life, and go back to the Father happy. Why I'm intentional. You cannot make it without being intentional. I need you to add purpose in your life. Intentionally have a destination. You can enter a flight. Life is like a plane. You cannot enter a plane going nowhere. It never works like that, does it? No, it will not work. For you to board a plane, you should have a destination. If there is no destination, and then you're going to be lingering, loitering around the airport, going nowhere. But listen, life is meant to evolve. We have to evolve. We keep evolving. We keep evolving, which means that at every time I can change the plan, but I got to make a plan. There must be a plan for every day, a plan for every month, a plan for every year. What's your annual plan? What's your daily plan? What's your weekly plan? What are your weekly expectations? Do you actually meet up to them? If the answer is no, what are you doing to try to catch up? People who have planned lives, who live intentionally, trust me, even if they fail on this spot, they just know what to do to keep moving. They don't know how to hoard. They don't know how to stay. You can't even stop them. Why? Because they have a destination. A destination. Destination. Well programmed, framed, and planned. If I ask you, give me the plans for 5 years, I don't know if you have your plan for 5 years. What's your plan for 2 years? What's your plan for next week? Who are the people you want to see? Who are the people you don't want to see? What do you want to listen? What's the book you're reading? I know that you're watching this video right now. Watch it, share it. Share it to somebody, because it's going to boost, it's going to move somebody from the place of laziness. From where they are so complacent, they just stay. This video will take you and catapult you to the next place where you need it. It is an answer to all the lazy questions you've been asking right there. This is going to help you out right there. This right here, it is an antidote for your life. And as you go ahead, share it, invite somebody to watch it. You can actually download it. There's a whole lot of things. Share it to as many as you want to. Let them know they have to be intentional about their life. Above all, make sure you subscribe in this page. There is more waiting for you. I am intentional about your growth. I am intentional about your next level. I am so particular about you being prosperous. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I look forward to seeing you again and again. And you have been a blessing even to my life. Clap for the people and keep smiling for them. Thank you so much. Yeah.